Today, MV-22s are deployed around the globe in support of U.S. peacekeeping operations.
オスプレイの左右のローターはドライブシャフトを介して接続されており、エンジン1機が停止しても残りの1機で飛行することが可能です。実践を含む数々の運用で得られた知見をもとに改良された3重のフライトコントロールシステムが昼夜を問わず兵員や物資の輸送を可能にし、オスプレイは世界中に展開する米軍の平和維持活動に貢献しています。
Watch now from the left as the Osprey lifts into a hover. In a matter of seconds, the rotors will pivot forward and the MV-22 will fly off into the distance. In a few minutes, what was in the air in front of you will now be miles away. This capability allows the Osprey to take off and land from any place in the world, including small wings. The Osprey is capable of just about everything. The MV-22 is perfect for moving troops and supplies from anywhere to anywhere. High-speed pass.
オスプレイが時速460キロを超えるスピードで海上正面を通過します。海上左側より海兵第265中型ティルトローター飛行中隊のオスプレイが接近しました。
At this time, I would like to introduce today's aircrew of the MV-22B. The pilots of today's Osprey are Captain Jerome Miller and Captain Byron McGee. The crew chiefs on board are Corporal Jimmy Wee and Lieutenant Corporal Matthew Blankenship. Ladies and gentlemen, please extend a nice warm welcome to today's MV-22 crew.
今回の展示飛行で操縦を担当するパイロットはジェローム・ミラー隊、バイロン・マクギー隊、クルーチーフはジミー・ウィー伍長、マシュー・ブランケンシップ上等兵です。盛大な拍手をお願いします。
Now to demonstrate the maneuvering capability of the MV-22 Osprey, our pilots are now inbound to reposition towards show center. As the Osprey approaches, watch closely as the pilot pivots the rotors backwards. This will now slow the aircraft down from over 250 knots to 0 knots of airspeed as they approach from the hover only 20 feet above the ground. The pilots will then bring the MV-22 in for a series of hoverwork maneuvers, showcasing the ability from slide left to right. The Osprey will then spin 360 degrees and bow to the crowd, and will then showcase to you the ability to be one of the only aircraft in the world to actually fly backwards.
オスプレイの持つユニークな飛行機性能をご覧いただきましょう。海上正面に接近したオスプレイはおよそ460キロの水平飛行から徐々に減速し、6メーターの高度を保ちながら空中で静止します。
Giving you a bow, the MV-22B Osprey. The Osprey will now take off like a conventional aircraft. This is called a short takeoff, or STO. Following the short takeoff, the MV-22 pilots will circle around to showcase the ability for the aircraft to land like a conventional landing mode as well. This is known in the Osprey community as a run-on landing. This type of flying is suitable for airports and runways where pilots can land without letting the aircraft into a hover.
飛行機モードでの離陸をご覧いただきます。これは短距離離陸、もしくは STO と呼ばれています。離陸モードモードでの上昇軌道に集中し、今度は飛行機モードでの着陸を披露します。
After landing, the Osprey's wing can rotate 90 degrees and its prop will fold up. This allows the Osprey to become much smaller and allows for more room on the deck of the ship.
垂直に離着陸が可能なオスプレイですが、翼幅が24メートルを超える航空機を艦船などで着陸させるにはかなりの事情を必要とします。
The Osprey also features the capability to fly on just one engine. And thanks to the shaft that connects the two engines on board the MV-22, it allows for both propellers to spin if an engine fails.
オスプレイの両翼端に搭載されているエンジンは左右がシャフトを介して接続されており、片方のエンジンが故障しても飛行することが可能です。 As the Osprey approaches for its final landing, we'd like to thank the aircrew from VMM-265, the Dragons, for participating in Friendship Day 2019. On behalf of the entire crew, we hope you've enjoyed today's MV-22 performance. オスプレイが着陸進入に入りました。第265中型ティルトローター飛行中隊、通称ドラゴンズとフレンドシップデー2019の展示飛行を行ったオスプレイの乗員一同、ご観覧いただいた皆様へ感謝申し上げます。
This is one of the most unique aircraft anywhere. The concept actually dates back to the 1980s, when Bell Aircraft Corporation developed not only some very important helicopters, but also the X-1 rocket plane that was later flown by American pilot Chuck Yeager to break the sound barrier. Bell Aircraft has produced a prototype then called an XV-15, and it was from this prototype that the technology was found to create the MV-22 Osprey. Ladies and gentlemen, one final round of applause for the MV-22 Osprey demonstration.